With this latest chapter of Kaiju number 8, we see that the Kaiju number 9's latest target is the direct general of the whole defense force, Kikaru's dad, who is the next victim of Kaiju number 9 excessive power. Because the fact that the direct general has the power of Kaiju number 2, he is going to go after him because he seems like it's going to be an easy target, thanks to the ass whooping that he has gotten from Kaiju number 8 and also to with the first division captain. So throughout this whole chapter, we see that Kaiju number 9 is able enough to try to beat the hell out of the direct general, Kikaru's dad. And we see that Kikaru's dad, he is on the defense, and it looks like by the end of the chapter, he's about to go all out in this fight because he starts to have memories of his wife and Kikaru, and so he is not trying to go down. But let's begin the beginning of the chapter where Kaiju number 9 is saying that he's going to take the greatest Kaiju power all to himself. And Kafka is just looking at like, what is this guy talking about? Because currently he's just like, wait, I'm here, Narumi's here, so who else is going to be there? But then they both get the idea that, oh my gosh, it's Kikaru's dad, the direct general, because his whole bodysuit is powered by Kaiju number 2. So Narumi and Kafka, they all charged up and powered up, and they're on their way to where the tent is because the scientists are all afraid because they are able to see the appearance of Kaiju number 9, and he is looking for Kaiju number 2. So while Kafka is on their way to go ahead and try to save everyone, Kikaru is also running, but she's so far behind because how Kaiju number 8 and Narumi, how fast they are. So while everyone is freaking out and trying to get away to safety, Kaiju number 9 is trying to go ahead and try to eliminate everyone in the arena. But unfortunately, he is able to be stopped by Kikaru's dad because he is making sure that everyone get evacuated safe and sound. And this was a great smart strategy for Kaiju number 9 because he made a distraction from everyone, because everyone's main focus was Kaiju number 9 versus against Kaiju number 8 and Narumi, to the point where they weren't able enough to locate and detect that Kaiju number 9 is on its way over to their location. So what happened is that while Kaiju number 9 is in mid-battle and he was about to kill one of the scientists, we see that Kikaru's dad was able to block one of his attacks with one of a briefcase that was able to put a dent in a giant hole through the briefcase. So Kikaru's dad is informing everyone, please evacuate, let everyone get out of here. I'm going to stay here and fight Kaiju number 9 all by myself. And the rest of his squad is telling him like, hey, don't be a fool. You're not going to fight him. It's too dangerous. But Kikaru's dad, he is not listening. He is all charged up. He is ready to throw hands against Kaiju number 9 because he is just like, if I can't stop him, who is just like, who else is going to? He was like, I can't let the power of Kaiju number 2 falls into his hands. So we get these two behemoths staring at each other, and while Kaiju number 9 is trying to get his body up together, he is pretty much stating that I didn't think that Beta and Gamma would be taken out so quick. They were supposed to be strong enough as I was before. So based on this sentence, what is he talking about? Is he talking about his clones, or is he talking about the previous kaijus that has been captured? Because that would make sense since he is saying that kaiju number 2 is a beta, which by Greek language, alpha, beta, kaiju number 2, and gamma, which will be considered to be what kind of like Kafka's kaiju. I don't know what he meant by beta and gamma, so that's going to be a mystery. So we get more dialogue from Kikaru's dad saying that to create a division powerful enough to top any kaiju, my plan was to be taken and active, but it seems that your evolution is greater than what I imagined. And we see these two titans, they both clash and they're throwing hands against each other while their fists come into contact, and it caused this huge crater and eruption where people, they're just in disbelief on how powerful Kaiju number 9 is, and based on Kaiju number 9's radius. So even though Azato he is trying to hold himself together, Kaiju number 9 is way stronger than what he imagined, and he was able to knock down Kikaru's dad to the ground, and everyone's in shock. And while Kikaru's dad is in the ground, you're able to see that there's like a huge dent on the back where Kikaru's dad is laying down. And then so at this moment in time, Kaiju number 9, he is staring, and he is so focused, laser focused into Kikaru's dad. He says, "Did I get too strong? Huh?" And then so while that's going on, Kaiju number 9 was going to go ahead and try to continue to pummel and try to finish off Kikaru's dad. But Kikaru's dad, he's getting charged up. He is not going down. He is just like, "No, I am not going out like this." And you start to see a whole bunch of lightning, and Kaiju number 9 is just like, "Wait a minute, this does not look good." So he starts to back off. And then so while in the midst of this whole charging explosion of this atmosphere, we see that Kikaru's dad, he is standing up, and he's just thinking of his wife and his kid. And he says, "Disposing of you right here today." And that's just how the chapter ends, while we see Kikaru's dad looking like a total badass and ready to throw hands and ready to go all out with Kaiju number 9. This is going to be an interesting fight, and it might be a foreshadow of Kikaru's dad actually being killed, because at this current moment, they already foreshadowed a couple of chapters ago, while one of the soldiers, they were telling Kikaru's dad, like, "Hey, don't go in there. Do not rely on the battle suit, because there's only a certain limit of time before it actually kills you." And we see that Kikaru's dad is like, "Okay." And then we get the backstory of Kikaru's mom and how she dies. And then it's just keep foreshadowing, and that the fact that Kaiju number 9, his target was Kaiju number 8, then it was Kaiju number 1, and now he's going for Kaiju number 2. And we just seen how much the time that Kikaru's dad is using the battle suit and the power of Kaiju number 2, it seems like his body is already like kind of like taking some damage or a huge amount of exhaustion. So the fact that Kaiju number 9 is also got like a huge power boost and pretty much way stronger, because we already know that Kikaru's dad, he couldn't handle a berserk Kaiju number 8. It kind of looks like things are not going to look in the favor of Kikaru's dad, but we don't know for sure yet. So we don't know if we're going to actually see a 100% kill from Kaiju number 8, because this is one of the stepping stones that people wanted to see, that if Kaiju number 8 is about to go to that route of going dark and going to see characters actually die. But we'll see how everything's going to be playing out, and we're going to see if Kaiju number 8 and Narumi goes ahead and arrives to save Kikaru's dad. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section what your guys' predictions are, what your guys' favorite moments in this chapter. And if you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and always remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.